Now then, and welcome back to another episode of 1.14.4, All the Mods 4 with Nemsun. Welcome back. How you doing? I've just had a very interesting week, really. An interesting week that I don't really need to tell you about. It's just been, personally, it's been interesting. And that's where no videos have been. So it's partially an excuse, partially the reason, and partially, well, my business, not yours. So... No, all I'm saying is everything's good, everything's fine, everything's awesome. I've just been busy. So here we are today with another episode. Now we have had an update to 0.2.5 of the All the Mods 4 mod pack. A few cool things have been added, and a few mods have been updated. One of which, bing, not ding, the one of which was Portality. It's now working. I've spent a couple of days around doing other things associated with getting ready for Christmas, okay? If you really want details, associated with getting ready for Christmas, yeah? But I've been updating this mod pack to test it against the world. Immediately, I take the mods from the current up-to-date mod pack and I check it out with my world save to see if it's compatible. And normally, no, it's not. So then I have to go through the mods all one by one and do a manual update of every mod, basically doing the same job as the mod pack maker, but no offense to them, they do a great job. Doing the same job as the mod pack maker in the fact that I've got to test each mod against my world save, and any mods that don't work with my world save, whew, out the window, off they go, never mind. Last update, Portality was one of those mods. Portality did not work properly. It wasn't functioning as a mod, and so I deleted all the blocks and got rid of the mod and tried a new updated version, and that wouldn't work with my world save. So here we are with the latest updated version of Portality working in the world save. That's just one new thing, to name a few. I've still got a problem with the packing tape. I don't know why packing tape. So I just removed packing tape altogether. Right? Let me just get all my stuff from in here. Because, of course, when I do an update, I just dump all my stuff in a chest so that it's nice and neatly out the way. So it can't be deleted or removed or absent-mindedly put on to something else or whatever. You know what I mean? Just generally... I'm careful with my stuff when I put it away so that I have no problem. And all of this is left over from doing the last episode. That's how little I've done between episodes. I have done a little bit, which I'll show you again in a minute. But update-wise, here we go. So, Portality. It's now flowing. It's working, yes? So, we've got... This is named... I renamed it as Castle. Right? The Castle Portal. And I've put power in it through this system that we're now using, the RF Tools Power, which allows me to link all the devices together, which in turn adds millions of storage space, but also links it all together as one multi-block, as it were. So every block with the same ID code is a multi-block. So in here, what we got from last episode, we had all of the oil being refined to diesel, and all that diesel then being burnt in a diesel generator, which I'm going to put those in as well because I'm hanging on to them for no reason. Diesel generator, which then generates loads of power, which goes into linked devices. So we got 3 in here. 3 in here would lead to having 3 million RF or FE available storage, which is good. And then there's a couple downstairs at the other end, like they teleport to them. That's good as well. I also added in a little lava power. So the lava supplies I've had are going into there. I'm currently out of oil, and this is the last of the lava being dealt with, right? So I'm going to need to do some more topping up soon. But I do have a backup here, in the fact that I can put coal in any of these coal generators, and it will put power into the battery, which will then sit FA in there, and that will then go into one of these. It doesn't directly connect, as you can see, so I have to go into a battery first, and then that battery box can feed into the RF Tools power. So all in all, I've got an emergency backup of coal now, so I don't have to use coal. I've got an emergency backup of coal. I can get tanks of lava from the nether, and this can be lava generating forever. And I can also, whenever I find a pocket of oil that needs disposing of because it's in the way of a build or project, or just because I'm mining through that area, I may as well collect it, I can put the oil through the refinery. I still have a problem with this particular block not being able to access and pull out the resources I want. So this importer pulls everything out. And then we put the diesel and that in there, and the ethane is staying in a drive. So ethane, I've got 47 buckets of ethane, 27 of diesel, and a little bit of water in there. So I've got a few other things that I can do with it. So yeah, this is exporting ethane buckets, but the problem is I'm not actually creating ethane as a bucket. I'm creating ethane as a liquid, which means that this goes water but no ethane, apart from if I do ethane buckets, which is rather odd and strange. And that gets polythene. I've got a lava generator in there, of course. Polythene then can be solidified into some kind of plastic, which I have no particular need for right now, but it's there when I do. This is more now just for this fluid storage system. Yeah. So yeah, then now Portality has this connected to it, and I've been looking after the things, right? So I did spawn in the blocks that I deleted previously. So we had one portal over there, one portal here, and I ended up with a portal in the nether as well. So I've spawned all those blocks back in and rebuilt it to test it, to see if it's working. And let's see. So we call a portal. We've got the one outside, or I've done one in the nether. Let's do the one outside to start, right? We'll dial it once. That now says where it's supposed to go to, outside. I believe there was supposed to be more connected textures and a little bit more of an effect, like you can see where you're travelling on the opposite side, but I'm guessing 1.42.4, they haven't quite done that yet. But I'm falling in the hole. That's a good start. But here we go. Oh, and it boosts me out here. Here we go. So then we can transfer from there. We can call to the castle again. Let's dial once. Right. And again, we just jump through it, and it kind of floats us up into it and spits us out on the other side. I'm not really sure how that looks in third person. But anyway, let's go and have a little sleep, just so it's daytime. Just because we don't really want the nasties spawning around the village. I try and do this every time I can. I can see out the doors what time of day it is, and on the lower levels, I've put windows in so I can see what time of day it is. So I've got access to be able to know when it's time to sleep. That's when I don't hear some silly merchant villager drinking a potion somewhere close by, and I think, oh, I better go and check what trades he's got in the morning. But yeah, so this now, it should have a distance of 600. So this over here to that over there is less than 600. I think it's like 400 or something like that, right? So that calling portal to the outside works. But the nether, now, if I have an interdimensional module here, I can go to and from the nether. As long as the nether one's also got an interdimensional module, it should be okay. And that means that goods can transfer anywhere, right? So if I pop into here and end up in the nether, outside my nether portal, do you remember what that was? Yeah, it was all set up a fair few episodes ago, but the rest of the nether needs to load in fairly quickly. And also, I don't know if you can make out, but there's cats on the lava. Yeah, lava cats. I'm not sure what mod brings those in. It's like Mystical World or something like that. Brings in cats. Lava cats. And they're all over the lava, which is presumably going to prevent the spawning or get towards the spawn cap of other things. Mobs that we do want around the nether. Like, there's not many... yeah. There's not many zombie pigmen around, is there? But anyway, through here, we should... Oh no, okay, it's not right. We should, in theory, be able to call the portal to outside. Right? So we go to outside if we want, right? Let's go, whoop. And there we go. Outside brings us back to the overworld. And in here, yeah, we can then call portal castle, dial. Is the castle... No, the castle is going. It's just dialed into it over there. Maybe it needed to load that chunk first before it could do it. And then we can wander around. Now, obviously, this is using power up. So this power supply that I've got here is quite a dramatic thing. I mean, it's going to be using lots of diesel power at the minute to use up all the diesel we've got to generate all the power to keep these full. But I'm quite pleased with it. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. Now, fossil fuels. Fossil fuels, all of this stuff. Lava, we've got tons of it in the nether, okay? So I shouldn't really worry about any other power supply other than making sure I've got loads of lava. But I still need to go to the nether to get the lava, right? With the fuel pump that we had to get the oil, we do have a way of automating it, and with this portal now working, we should technically be able to transfer liquids and items from one portal to another portal and so on. Oh yeah, that's the point. I forgot to add in the block that does item transfer. I haven't tested that yet, so maybe I'll do that later. I wanted to be able to transfer items from one part of the overworld and not have a 600 block maximum distance. So I was going to transfer items into the nether and then extract them from the nether into another portal to bring them into the overworld and then extract them from this overworld portal down into the stores. That's the plan. I think that's going to require a little bit more testing. And I don't really think that I'm going to have time to do it today. That's quite a lot of messing around. So there's something new to mess around with today. Something new that's been in the mod pack. There's a couple of new things. There's one Dwarf Coal. Right, Dwarf Coal. You can make Dwarf Coal by making coal into 8 chunks. And then Dwarf Coal. The uses of Dwarf Coal is... well, you can turn it back into coal. Yeah, wow. You can make little mini torches, little dwarf torches, 4 dwarf torches. I'm not sure whether a dwarf torch actually goes out or anything, because it's kind of like you used to do one of these for 4 big torches. Now I've got 4 dwarf torches. I think I need to do that at least once. But fuel-wise, a dwarf coal smelts 1 item, so you don't waste any coal. Right? So there's that. That's a new mod that's just come in. I'm not going to mess around with that too much because, well, why would I? I mean, having coal is one thing. Having dwarf torches, well, it's another. So what's a dwarf torch look like? Let's have a look in comparison to one of these torches. It's a diddy little torch. Now, obviously this torch never goes out. That's a Minecraft thing. Minecraft mechanics, torches never go out. The mini torch takes up the same space. It does it, actually. It doesn't. It takes the same space as a torch. Same bounding box there. But does it go out? Because it's a smaller piece of coal. Or maybe they just made it so that you could have infinite light source with less cost. Either way, stick that in there out the way for now because we don't need it. The other thing that we've got, right, not dwarf coal, we did have XNet. Now, I didn't keep XNet in the pack. XNet, when I was looking at the pack update and all that, in the creative tabs, XNet was all through the creative tabs. Like, you couldn't see other items. Now, I was in creative mode, obviously, because updating the pack, I want to make sure things run smoothly, and I don't die, and I don't lose all my stuff. So, put all my stuff in there, sit in creative mode, and do starting and stopping and updating the pack to make sure everything's working before getting my stuff back together. And in this case, I was also creative mode to bring all these blocks back in to test to see if portality was working, whether it was worth adding to the pack. And what I found is when you open the inventory for creative mode, the XNet cables were in every single inventory like tab. If you've been in creative mode, you know what I mean. Every single inventory mark, and I was like, what is this XNet? Is this XNet going to be something awesome, or is it a waste of space? So I decided it was a waste of space this time. Wrongly or rightly, maybe you can tell me in the comments down below if it's better than other mods that we've got. But wrongly or rightly, I got rid of it this time around. The other thing we've got is Industrial Foregoing. Now, Industrial Foregoing was the Mine Factory Reloaded was one of my favourite first mods whenever I started. And you've probably seen in Stoneblock and other mods, mod packs that I've done, that I've liked playing around with baby separators and sewers and sewage composters and plant gatherers and animal ranchers and animal feeders and mob slaughterers And there used to be a monster slaughterer as well, yeah, that you put on mob farms. Well, it doesn't actually look like there is one at the minute. Maybe that's a thing that's not yet. Well, there's Mob Slaughter Factory. I suppose that's the thing. But they all look very similar at the minute. They don't have the graphical qualities that they have in previous versions. There's also Mob Imprisonment Tools, which then allow you to get a Mob Spawner, which I can't see where the Mob Spawner is. But things have changed. Things have changed. Things have been upgraded. And there's drills and things in it as well now, which is a bit weird. We will mess around with the Industrial Foregoing. I've always enjoyed Industrial Foregoing. It's always a good mod to play around with, but that's in there. And another one that I'd had in and then took out was a mod called Rock Candy. And I took one look at it and thought, what's the point of this? So it was working in the pack, but it's like, it's just one more thing to check each time there's an update. Get rid of Rock Candy. Don't like it. And then there's another one that was called Archer's something or other. Archer's Paradox. There we go. So Archer's Paradox is a load of new arrows that do awesome different things. There's various different things that you can create them with, like packed ice to make frost arrows. 4 arrows plus packed ice makes a frost arrow, which chills target and freezes nearby blocks on impact. Pretty dangerous. And TNT creates an explosion on impact. Blaze powder ignites the target and nearby blocks on impact. Ender arrow, that was actually quite an interesting one. Teleports the shooter and target. So you swap places, I believe it's how it's pronounced. So that's pretty cool. They're very simple to create. Lightning. Calls down a lightning bolt on impact. For a nether star, you get 4 lightning bolts on impact. Whoa. That just seems really expensive. Considering you could just have some TNT and cause explosions, which probably do the same damage. Quartz arrows. So you go quartz and feathers instead of flint. Slightly increased damage and knockback. That'd be nice if you could then use those in other recipes, like arrows. Mushrooms spread the glory of fungus. So you bone meal mushrooms whenever they land. They're just interesting little ideas, aren't they? Shurika arrows homes in on a target. So it will like follow and try and take out the target so you don't miss. That's pretty cool as well. I'll have to try and kill a dragon that way one day. But yeah, that was the Archer's Paradox. That's new in the pack as well. That's pretty cool. I like the look of that. But one thing that we've been working on a fair bit is our power. And solar power is now here. Which, after all the work I did on getting fluid and combustibles, now we've got the lovely solar power that is, Solar Flux Reborn. It generates FE, and there's various different colours by the looks of that. But anyway, so solar panel 1, very simply, put some mirrors and some redstone and some planks together to make a solar panel 1. Generates 1 FE per tick, transfers 8 FE per tick, has a capacity that's fairly decent. Then solar panel 2, you put 8 of those around a piston and you get 8 FE per tick. Surprise, surprise, you get all 8 in one block. Then the next best we go uses. Uses, we then create photovoltaic cells to make solar panels, and they cost 2 of those solar panels with a redstone repeater and a block of iron to make more. And then we can make more of those things with solar panel 3s, block of iron and a clock and some cell 2s to make 128 FE per tick. Yep. Then we're up to a gold and glowstone. And we get up to 512. 2048 FE per tick. That requires some diamonds and redstone lamps. All so far, nothing I can see that I'm going to worry about. I've got some Dragon's Breath from my dragon fight. And that's 8,192 FE per tick. Now, I think I need something like that. So that I can get myself a builder's quarry and just quarry out huge sections very quickly, because it always costs a lot of FE per tick to kill off one of those things. And in the mining dimension, it's always daylight. So solar panels in the mining dimension with a builder from RF Tools will give me a super fast, effective quarry whenever I need to quarry for materials. And we've already got the Dragon Breath. So what do we need for all this? We've got diamond blocks to make these cells, and previous blocks need updating. So the previous block gets updated, blaze powder, glowstone, diamonds, and blocks of quartz. We've got all that. Previous one updated. Glowstone, obsidian, and glass. Good. Lapis, clay, and some mirrors. Mirrors, very simply, some pink stained clay. So we should be able to make everything we need fairly swiftly. I'm gonna get rid of all of these recipes in here and start working through the recipes that I need to make a high tier solar panel and get all the materials together. Alrighty, so I hope I've got enough of everything without needing to mess around too much. Made myself a builder. Got myself modular storage and a tier 3 storage module out of the downstairs storage area. And I'm ready to get the power supply for this builder. Right? The solar panels. Super solar panels. All the way up to tier 7 solar panels. Which require some Dragon's Breath and create me 2 awesome solar panels. Which should be a huge amount of power going into the quarry. Right? But in order to do 2 of those, I need 3 of those and 4 of those. In order to get 4 of those, I need 8 of those. And then so on and so on and so on all the way back through until eventually I'm right back here. And if my math be correct, I need 8, 16, 24. 24 stacks of mirrors. So I'm just going to start making 24 stacks of mirrors and hope that my calculations... Oh, I've run out of glass. And hope that my calculations were correct. But clearly no. Okay, so I'm going to need, well, at least another 500 glass, I should think, there. Oh, and I made that into... That was a mess. I made too many nuggets. So, yeah, I'm going to need a lot more sand doing. So, sand, and I can use cobble as well into the things. But let's just go as far as I can for now, alright? So, we can put these into here, right, to make solar panels. And because I ran out of oak wood already, we can put them into there to make solar panels as well. How many things? So we need a stack of them, right? And then rotate all this round again. Let me just recipe that in. There we go. And then it would be nice if it did a whole stack, wouldn't it? Recipe that again, and then shift click, whole stack. Stack of those. Recipe that. Shift click that. And not quite enough. So, okay, hopefully that's it. Whew, that was a lot of glass. Alright, so, yes. Yes. Good. Alright, and on to the next batch. Wow. So many of these little little FE generating things going on here. Right? I think I've made a few too many. Ooh, sue me. But I'm getting there. Let's put that in there, that there, that's spare. Okay, so we've got then a stack of pistons, which was... Oh, actually, they're there. Yeah, that's it. Cool. Exactly right. Stack of pistons to make solar panel 2, a stack of solar panel 2, right? And then a stack of solar panel 2 splits out like this, with 16 of those and 16 of those, right? And that is to make the solar panel 3, which means I need a set of these photovoltaic cell 1. Photovoltaic cell 1 times 16. Okay? No, 16 in each stack. Okay, 16. Okay, so it looks like now I've got enough. Okay, so 16 of each of those, 16 of each of those should make then 32 of these solar panels. Right? And then they get split down into 8 of each of those and 8 of these. Right? That needs then the cell number 2, which is cell number 2. Cell number 2 is here. Cell number 2 requires a load of lapis and clay, some more cell 1s and some more mirrors. So much going on, so many mirrors, so much glass being used for this, right? Just for some solar panels. And while all that's cooking, well, I'm going to need to get some clay. because there's quite a lot of clay needed in a stage coming up soon. And my efficiency underwater should be fine, because I've got the helmet of aqua affinity and boots. No, boots of mending. No, what is it? Aqua affinity, respiration, and all that kind of stuff in here. So it's pretty good. And the added thing is that these little jetpacks actually help me move around really, really quickly underwater. Can say that then can make 16 of these ones. 16 solar panel 5. Now I need to make 4 of the next ones. 4 of these ones. And they require these photocell 3s. So I'm going to need 3. So I'm going to need 2, 8, 12. I'm going to need 12 of those. Let's see what I'm struggling with those ones then. 12 of those is obsidian. I went and got a load of obsidian. I've got plenty of glowstone. I've got some glass now. Yeah, more glass coming into the system. Loads of clay in the system. No, I don't need that anymore. Okay, that wasn't too bad. And then we need 8 of those solar panels. Those solar panels then get broken down. These are already like 512 a tick. That's pretty good, isn't it? But then we need 2 of these, which means that we need to get ourselves 6 of those, which is this one upgraded to all of this 6 times. What? 6 of those. Yeah, 6 of those. Alright, well, production is high. Now we're on to 4 of these, which are 2,000 per tick. And we're going to need 1 more of each. And then that. So now I just need 3 of these amazing cells here, which means I need 3 more of each of everything else on the way up to it. 3 more of those. What am I missing? Those into those 3 times. What am I missing? Blaze rods I've got. Those I've got. Diamond blocks I've got. Clay. No. Is it quartz blocks? I'm missing some quartz blocks. Okay, I've used some quartz blocks up in some of the other stuff. So, and we do need another 4. That's probably enough, is it? Let's see. 1, 2. Yes, we have 3 of the big boys. Okay, so that's that, and that gives us 2 amazing solar panels. Let's take the filter off. Amazing solar panels, which I can't read because I'm in this menu here. So look, 8,000 FE per tick from direct sunlight. We can't do much better than that without killing the dragon another couple of times. So after hours, it feels like hours, of running around figuring it all out, now we go down the stairs. Literally still go down the stairs. I haven't put an elevator in this bit because I wanted the down the stairs bit. And we go to the mining dimension. And the mining dimension we can start setting things up again. Now I've been doing quite a bit over here with the turtles, but that shouldn't stop us from being able to do more very rapidly. So I did the turtle down to this point, and then from this stage here, at this height, I then started turtles digging around and about all the way up and down around this lot to dig it all out and put the bits that I wanted where I wanted it. Right, so let's start by putting down the... Oh, we need to build up there now, don't we? Let's build it out a little bit. Let me get some of this stuff out of this way. Let me take 4, 5. That'll probably do. Come on, let's get this. Okay, so let's post this out this way. Oh, that's just a couple more. Alright, we'll come out here. And we'll put the builder down there. Direct sunlight means the solar panels should just fit on here and here. And that should generate. It looks like it's definitely generating, yeah. Light level 100% should be all the time. Loads of energy stored. That should fill that up nicely, yeah. And then stick this on the top here. That's now got a card, which will have nothing in it. And this has got the shaped clearing card. The recipes are all in JEI, of course. You know where everything is. You know how to find everything. This is how to use it, though. So, we right-click to install module. we shift right click to start. Now it says select the first corner. So I'm going to select up here. Let's go all the way up here. So the start of this section up here. Right, this is going to be an epic dig. Right, start that section up there. That gets us a start. Right, and then back down this way. Da, 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 da. And let's go across here to, I don't know, let's not do too much because, there we go. We'll just go to there. And then you can throw it in there and install it. Hit the stop button, and it will slowly but surely dig out everything we've got here. I say slowly but surely, it's pretty fast. It's pretty fast, isn't it? Pretty fast. Can you see from here? Yeah, you can just about see, can't you? Pretty fast how that's going to work, but is it being kept up with by the solar panels? Can the solar panels keep up, is what I want to know. Well, the power's there. The solar panels are even storing. They're that awesome. Okay, so this is not going to run out of power anytime soon. I possibly only needed one of them, but you end up making two anyway, so there was nothing I could do. I had to make two. Or make the lower level. But anyway, this is now, quite simply, killing it. Just taking it all, killing it all. And we have a quarry system down here running very smoothly indeed. Let's change that around. All of the good stuff gets put into here. And I then take the card out and take it back when I'm done. And when I'm fed up of flying around trying to get to all the different spots in this place, I can just reset the world. Or dig another hole. I could dig another hole, but I'll reset the world and have this minor dimension all fresh and new with new ores in to get everything I need. Yeah, pretty good. So I like this, and I really like these new solar panels. They are awesome. So that's all we've got time for in today's episode, folks. Thank you very much for watching another Minecraft with me, Nemsun. I will expect you to click the like button and leave comments down below and all that kind of stuff for today's episode. It has been quite a long week, but we did achieve something amazing today. Quite a lot of crafting and organising and sorting and gathering, and now we can quarry out huge areas with this lovely builder's quarry. Excellent. And what a mining dimension to do it all in. The update's gone pretty well. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time for some more. Goodbye.